Hello and welcome. This is Diana, and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be for the sign of Pisces, and we'll just kind of take a look and see what's coming up. I mean, obviously, there is a lot of chaotic energy in the collective consciousness, and there is a lot of like perspectives being bent or being shifted for a narrative. And maybe you're so sensitive that you're actually feeling this energy, right? Like you could very well be drowning in like too much TV is what they're saying. So maybe you need to take a break of that, right? You need to relax and maybe turn off the TV, turn off the news feed, and kind of recollect back into yourself. Um, yeah, talk less, feel more. And I don't know, or maybe you're not feeling, uh, no, they said for sure you are picking up a lot of energetic frequencies, and a lot of sensitivities, right? And it could very well be like maybe that you are, putting yourself into the bigger picture you could be seeing. Um, okay. By Pisces. Um, you are going to see a new shift, by February, if not sooner, right? And so, like, the question is, Nine of Wands, like, where has your faith been tested? Where has the devil, and I say devil, dark energy, right? Because entity attachments, that is my specialty. For those of you that do not know, I am a psychic, but honestly, I carry all the gifts. If we want to do a bend metal class, maybe at some point we can do that. But there is plenty of great teachers out there for you to learn, right? So whenever you decide, maybe I'm talking to somebody who has been very curious about all these different modalities, right? Like I've been playing with bilocation and understanding the way saints were able to bilocate, and then also like what brought it on was the autobiography of a yogi. And maybe that's something that you are currently looking into, or they're saying it's like a particular type of endeavor that you're starting to utilize to almost like jump paradigms to kind of, yeah, it's that study of magic. It's study of alchemy. It's a study of, okay, well, if another human being walking on the planet did it, can I also do it? Right? And like through the peeling back the layers, like that is, it's kind of like through the exploration or through the creativeness or the areas and times where you've maybe not necessarily jumped within divine faith. It's through this relaxation period, like you're gonna kind of identify the threads of connection that have kept you in a lower paradigm. Again, I mean, it's literally you kind of not only wooing yourself, but opening up to the possibility of having a higher vibrational love, a higher vibrational frequency. Yeah, there is going to be some kind of a collaboration that is walking. They said it's before. So, I mean, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks before February, which would I think be next week, if I'm not, I don't even know what day it is. Like, yeah, maybe in a week or two, right? There is going to be an opportunity that is going to pick your brain in regards to, okay, this is the situation. Like, what is it that you think about X situation, right? And it's kind of like the you, mm, oh, somebody's playing with levitation. Super dope. Um, and again, like some of these abilities that are like somebody also may like be really actively moving their body or like kind of thinking, okay, like, mm, if I was to like heal mind body connection or heal this layer, like I remember one of my friends at the time, um, her fiance went to a breathwork exhibit, and it was like essentially like a week long of breath work, and these little black, like they almost were like the size of like a pea gun or like a BB gun, like that kind of, like it was little, like these guys here, right? And these were just popping out of his body like this size. And she's like, what the hell is this? And it's amazing because it's like number one, our bodies are so overtly polluted because of all the toxicity that's put in the food and put in the water and sprayed in the air and all that crap, right? And so you have to do cleanses. You have to like give your body the things that it needs so that it can regenerate its youthfulness, right? Because the body is a regenerating source. And you could quite possibly have been looking into like Rh negative blood. I don't know why that's a factor, but I mean, that could very well be something that you're kind of like diving into, like understanding the properties, like what are like the key indications, what are the gifts that it comes with, because it is a very divine and magical bloodline, right? And the fact is everybody with, and the camera is kind of tweaking out. So bear with me on that. Hopefully the audio aligns. All technology has been super freaking weird today. So again, like maybe you are playing with your teleportation, kind of working with water, the way I bend flame, like they're showing me like all of these different things are kind of like lining up with like whatever that energy frequency is that's coming in or wanting to come in. And then also too, like some of you may be experiencing like people that are like loose with the truth, or people who think that they can kind of, and I'm getting a hard yes, right? And that looks like a celebratory yes. But it's like with ease and grace. It's kind of like when something happens, you're no longer holding on to it. You're allowing it to pass through your energetic field, and you're claiming to say, no, I feel lighter, right? And you're asking your divine assistance through your guardian angels or the angels that walk with you, right? And that shift is going to actually like put you in divine, and I heard divine faith, before I even pulled the card. So it's like through the acknowledgement of like whatever this situation is that's been keeping you in your emotions, or ever since they said it's a Cancer moon, which just passed, you can be very much contemplating like, what is my path? Like, what do I need to do? How do I need to move? And you've been trying to listen more, right? Whether it be through like silent meditation, moving meditation, but with no talking. But there's clarity that is kind of coming in that's going to offer you like the good life, like offer you the possibilities of what you are yet to see. It's kind of like a reiteration of like, Pisces, what vibrational frequency are you currently operating out of? Are you operating out of stress and you're trying to manifest more stress, right? Because what we think is going to persist, right? The willingness for you to learn new things and will eliminate the agony of resisting. Rejuvenation. And it's kind of interesting. So you may find yourself wearing that burgundy color like quite often. It says anything forced will not have good or happy coincidences. And don't deprive yourself of simple pleasures. Pursue the goals you want and listen. Like listening is the biggest ethos that I can kind of give you, is like pause and listen to the divine. And, when you hear it, ask, is this my higher consciousness? Is this 100% white light? Like when you talk to your higher self, or when you have an impeding thought, like if you have a negative thought about yourself, like pause it and say, is this of divine light? And I would say 99.9% of the time, it is a negative entity attachment, right? And as you dig in magic, like you are going to be diverted into different genres. And you have to set the intention, is this for me to learn so that I understand what my enemies are working with? Or is this for me to gain a different perspective, right? Or is this energy trying to attach to me? And it's through like you stepping into like your wishes fulfilled, which is going to offer this endurance of the steadfastness. It's kind of like, the bee is such a regenerative, animal. And it also is like that hum can connect you into the cosmos. And so maybe I really like at some point when I get my farm, I want to get like a beehive like underneath a sauna set. Or they have like these meditation boxes where it's a bee's nest underneath. And they say that when you do that, it not only recalibrates your cells, but it shifts your harmonic resonance. And so maybe that's something that you're gonna like play with and see how that affects you and the way that you move in the world. I don't know. I mean, they're just saying like you're going to start playing with like other modalities and other healing ventures and looking at like the frequency apparatus. I don't know what that is, but there's some kind of a harmonics that's going to be it's like going to be explored. It's like, why does something do X? Why does something do Y? Like, how much is manipulation? Who's doing what? It's like seeing through the veil with such a clarity and such a pristine perspective, right? And like something is going to be unfolding. And again, I mean, this is like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, you're going to have some kind of massive shift where it's almost like you're going to feel like you're balancing on one leg, but it's like it's literally you standing firm and you being so in alignment that everything's just going to like align instantaneously. And anything that's been kind of keeping you stuck or stagnant has no choice but to dissipate. They have to fully release out of your field because it's no longer allowed as you're proceeding forward. It's kind of like you're claiming your authority. And maybe again you're doing this with your guides, with your angels, with your animals. Maybe you have a flamingo as an animal, as a spirit guide. You could have a woodpecker, you could have a bee, or even a dolphin, right? Yeah, there is currently an expansion, and maybe this was like with a flush of like whatever's happened in your area, like the energy tempo has shifted. It's kind of like there's like this piece of contentment that's going to roll over you after whatever this energetic shift is. It's almost like you're going to realize like how freaking magical you truly are. Like you are truly going to realize how magical you are. And that your energy is not to be fucked with. It's kind of like you're stepping into the duality and the potency of like your actual gifts. You name it, you claim it, and you release it, right? And this is coming soon. So I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully something in this resonated with you. If it did, my hope is that you feel lighter, you feel lighter, and you feel truly on your path. And actually, they just told me I forgot to pull one of these. And these are just guidance from God. Like it's something that is going to resonate with what you're going through currently. Is that it? Yeah. She said to herself, if I only touch his cloak, I will be healed. Matthew 9:21. The woman who bled. And it's the 5 grains. And in actuality, it's kind of like one of those things. It's like you can be in such a dire state where you think this is the only thing that I can do, right? And remember, he was on his way to heal a dead boy when this happened, if I'm not mistaken. I could be because I don't read the Bible all the time, but like God's been putting it on my heart to integrate the information, because the fact is the things that are listed in the Bible are things that we are currently going through, right? And so there's a correlation through the energy and the transmutation of energy. It's just a pathway for you to understand how to go about doing things that are going to gift you the same results, right? So maybe that's also something that you're looking into, is like, what was the energetic frequency that one needed to do to heal, right? Number one, he made a keen point in seeing the soul, not the person, right? And so through that divine alignment, and there was like a cloak of protection that they would walk in, that was like kind of like the fleece that God gifted. And like through that energetic frequency, it's the same thing with Paul, right? When Paul was on the road to Damascus, and I've got goosebumps from head to toe. So there's some kind of relevancy for somebody out there. Like maybe you're starting to get more curious in regards to miracles, in regards to like your healing abilities, in regards to like the way stones speak to you, and like, or grid formations, even alignment of ley lines, right? Like if you start digging and you start playing into a different thing, those that actually hold the magic, and there's not as many as you think there are, but there are quite a bit. If you're here, you're probably one of them. You know, I mean, my collective is not a big collective, and it never is meant to be. But what I'm here to do is to help you get on your highest timeline, to get on your highest path, so that we can push the planet into a fourth density, right? So that she can do it in our timeline, in our lifetime. And so, like, as you're playing with these things, like, commune with God when you're reading these stories, like when you're exploring your reading style, right? The teleportation, the levitation, the transmutation, the bilocation, like when you're reflecting and reviewing, like, commune with God and ask God, show me the avenue in which I need to see. Open that doorway, open that passage, and give me divine truth, right? And like, as you start stepping into this ease and this grace and this flow of like what is truly divine for you, like, you're going to start seeing this new coming in. It's kind of like getting out of your own way and allowing God to open up the pathway, so that way there are no obstacles, right? I'm talking to somebody who's had a lot of obstacles in their lifetime. Like, you've been curious, but God has had to align you, like, they say, harshly. And so maybe you've had a lot of roadblocks. Maybe you've had a lot of traumas. Maybe you've had a lot of things that caused you to maneuver in life a particular way. And now it's time for you to step into a good life. It's time for you to step into this ease, this flow, this joy, this desire, this understanding. This is my core mission. This is what I'm meant to do, right? And so, like, as you gain your confidence and as you gain your clarity, like, your gifts are going to open more, because once you believe that you are truly aligned and like all that what God has intended for you is coming to you, and you take the action to make the movement happen, then it's a no hold barred, right? Like, the gloves are off, and it's time to allow you to step into your own divine purpose. And that is going to be shedding itself. So over the next couple of weeks, you know, save this and come back to it. And if something in this resonated for you, like, give it a thumbs up, right? If you feel a little bit lighter, then say a thank you. You know, it goes a long way. And if you would like a reading or a healing, all of the information is below. Please remember, I am an entity, like, hunter. Like, my job is to help remove all of these entities and all these attachments that are like mucking up your emotions and keeping you off of your divine line and purpose. And like, I'm not just a reader. I've got a way far bigger purpose in this next phase of life. And it's time to step up and step into what is truly meant for the divine. So if you feel it on your heart, all of the information is below. Everything goes through my website. And if you do want a reading, I will give you a reading. I read timelines, and I can push you into a higher state of consciousness, into a higher timeline. If you're ready and willing to release the entities, I do have a combo on the website, to where we can give you healing, and then we can read you in your new energy, right? Until next time, be well and ciao.